Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. Before I forget, I've got to tell you we're closed on the 30th of May. It's a bank holiday, it's a Monday. So if you need anything for that Monday, make sure you order on Thursday by the latest for delivery Friday. If you need anything for the Tuesday, order Friday for the latest, and that would be delivered on Tuesday for you. Right, now, big day here in Southampton. The biggest cruise ship in the world is here today, the day of filming. It's called Harmony of the Seas. It is huge. It's 227,000 tons, which is a lot of cruise ship. Has over 5,400 passengers it holds, 2,300 crew. It's got water slides that sort of go down the back and underneath, and so, it's spectacular. It's got ice rinks. It's got a bar that's run by robots. It's got a zip line. It's just huge, and it goes from here in Southampton. So anyway, it got me thinking. Saw it on the news, got me thinking holidays and stuff like that. So I thought I'd show you some of the holiday tropical style stuff. Now, I'm told Rachel went shopping last week, or the other week, a couple of weeks ago, with one of our daughters, and came back with a little candle pineapple-y type thing, something girly. And then she said she really started to notice how pineapples are everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So they're on marketing, they're on greetings cards, they're on t-shirts, fashion, all over the place, and the tropical theme in general. And she said ice creams also. So this year, tropical, summer stuff. I know it's coming to summer as well, but apparently it's all very, very fashionable. So this is my favourite. This is the Aloha Summer range, and I really like this. It's quite Hawaiian. Imagine you're on holiday, you're on a beach holiday, you're having dinner. The restaurant is an open restaurant down by the beach. You can hear the lapping of the water. You've got your glass of wine or your beer. You're in a short sleeve shirt or a dress, and there's a breeze, but it's that warm breeze. You've got the steel drums going. Anyway, that's how that makes me feel. It's a really nice range. One thing I do like about it are these 16 ounce cups. They are really big compared to your standard size 200 ml cups, the sort of kids cups. These are really big. Now, I came across these last week. Actually, I had a meeting with somebody, not going to tell you who, about some ranges we'll be getting in, not going to tell you what, but one of them in particular excited me quite a lot, and part of that range was 16 ounce cups. So I have, I really like these. They're 16 ounces, 473 millilitres. That's enough to put a beer in, or gin. If you want half a litre of gin, you could put that in there. But they're really good. And over here we've got tropical stuff. I guess that's because it's more adult, isn't it, rather than children. Yeah, so that's tropical stuff here. I've got pineapples, got a palm tree, sombrero, hola, ice creams and all that sort of stuff. You remember this guy? Olaf from the Frozen films. Ironically, Olaf is on holiday on a beach on these, so very ironic, snowman on a beach. But everybody needs a holiday, so Olaf obviously decided to go on a beach. And the other thing, no summer is a summer without these water bombs. Now, believe it or not, you get 120 of these neon water bombs in there. Water bombs are basically very, very thin, very small balloons. You fill with water, throw them at each other, and you never throw them at somebody's face, and you never blow them up with your mouth either. They're designed to explode, so they are so thin and so small. As soon as they hit something, they just burst and everybody gets wet. So we've got those there. Right, I need to tell you about what I did on Monday. Monday, I got up very early indeed. It was 4:30, that's how early it was. Got to the office at 5. The reason we were doing that is we were going on to Southampton Airport to create a big balloon arch, and we used the Aeropole system for that. Now, Rachel, as you know, would normally do the decorating, and I'd help out in that sort of situation. But she wasn't able to do it that early in the morning, looking after the kids and all of that, so I did it. Rachel prepared the balloons the day before, put them in quads, so I turned up, met Megan here, and then we went to the airport, and we got there at 5:30. By 10 to 6, so 20 minutes later, we had the balloons on the pole ready to go. We just had to wait for the organisers to arrive at 6 o'clock. I think they came about 6:05 actually, to tell us exactly where they wanted the arch, so we were just sort of waiting for them. We used 5 of the poles of the 7 that come with the Aeropole system, and as you can see in these pictures, still quite big. I wanted to tell you about it because it's so easy and so profitable with this Aeropol system. I'm showing you really because I'm quite proud that I did it myself without Rachel telling me what to do. And Megan was a great help, so thank you, Megan. And it's just really easy. Rachel had some bags of balloons open already, so it was only one bag of balloons that we needed to take out of stock. And it also meant that the Aeropol system is paid for now, 2 jobs, and it was paid for. So it's really just profit. If you have 2 jobs with the Aeropol system, beyond that, it's the cost of the balloons. Obviously, the time and the travel and whatever, but it's really, really profitable. To be honest, we probably undercharged for this job because we didn't consider the 4 a.m. start. But really, really easy to do. I did make a bit of a mistake. I attached the balloons to one end of the pole a bit too close to the end, so that when we put it onto the base, it was the balloons were pushing the pole up. So we just scooted the balloons, slid the balloons up the pole a little bit, and it was absolutely fine. Now when we had to get it down, we had to go back and get it down. They only needed it for 5 hours, can you believe? Went to get it down, and the woman that was in charge, as you could see from the photos, it was at the arrivals area, and she said, you've got to get it down, you've got 3 minutes to get it down, we've got hundreds of people coming through in a second, so just get it down now. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have worried. I stood one side, Megan stood the other, just pulled it out, straightened it, and off we went to burst the balloons elsewhere. And it was as simple as that. It took us 20 seconds to take the thing down, and then we just moved the plates out of the way as well. So yeah, couldn't recommend it enough. It still looks as good as new. Not a single burst balloon as well, I've got to tell you. So yeah, there you go, Aeropol system. No, I've talked about it before, but I just really, really like it. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was BMTV. No, BMTV Business even. Remember I talked about that a couple of weeks ago? Well, next week you're going to see the first episode of BMTV Business. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of a teaser now. Actually, talking of insurance earlier and now talking of working from home, how does working from home affect you? Because you have home insurance. Yep. How do you have to tell your home insurance?
Yeah, you should tell your home insurance and take out a separate policy for the business.
Oh, right, okay.
So you're not going to take out a policy for the house as such, but you're going to take out a policy for the employer's liability or the public liability that we talked about earlier.
So what did you think of that? That was Guy just telling us a little bit about his recommendations when you're setting up, and this episode is geared towards people that are setting up their business or have just set up the business. But it's good for anybody, some really good advice. And what we're aiming to do with BMTV Business is to help you and show you things that would aid you in working on your business rather than the technical working in your business. So it's about growing your business really from the very, very beginning. So if you do have any ideas or anything you'd like to see us talk about on BMTV Business, please get in touch and let us know. Right, that's it from me this week. Thank you very much for subscribing. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye! If ever you need to put raffle tickets or anything else into a balloon, it's a bit difficult because you've got to get your fingers in. Won't be able to do this now. Got to get your fingers in, stretch them like that. You've got to get 4 fingers in there, and then you've got to try and get that in there somehow. It's a bit awkward, so I'm going to show you how to do that very easily. There's 2 industry organisations for the balloon and party industry. One is called NABAS, one is called BAPIA. As part of the membership for both of these, in most cases, you get both those insurances, so the employer liability and the public liability. As I say, in most cases, you get those insurances included in your membership.